Dark factories have officially arrived in India, facilities so automated that they don't even need lights anymore. Let's take a closer look to the one in India, understand how things stand globally right now, and most importantly, what this could mean for human jobs. We're in Tamil Nadu in Kanchipuram, where the company Polymatech has launched a facility mainly focused on producing chips and PCBs. The entire plant is run by robots and autonomous machinery, as you can see, basically with almost no human presence, theoretically capable of operating 24 hours a day. It's a perfect example of a factory that can function with minimal human intervention, mostly for maintenance, and this has brought the concept of dark factories back into the spotlight. But as I mentioned, this trend is not new at all. The term dark factory has been around for years and mainly refers to two things. First of all, literally the darkness. These are highly automated facilities where robots, AI systems, sensor and digital networks handle almost the entire production process without the need for on-site workers, except in rare cases. Because of that, companies can even cut the costs of lighting, since obviously it's no longer necessary, creating this almost dystopian scenario where machines operate in complete darkness. But dark doesn't just refer to the lights, it also means that repetitive, standardized assembly line tasks are handled entirely by autonomous machines with very minimal human supervision, so dark also refers to the absence of humans. Now, when it comes to the global situation, there isn't an official number of dark factories. That's mainly because there's no exact threshold where a factory became a dark factory, but typically you're looking at automation level above 90%, and in extreme cases, the ones you see online with lights off, you can reach around 95 to 98%. There are even some rare industrial setups where production runs 24/7, with basically zero human intervention in operational tasks, and the few humans that are involved are mostly technicians or IT specialists, obviously not the traditional factory workers. Some borderline examples include companies like Fanuc or Siemens, which operate highly automated facilities where robots actually outnumber humans. Humans are still present, but in some cases you're talking about dozens of robots per single human supervisor. Then you have more extreme cases like Xiaomi, which even published videos showing their fully dark factory, and that facilities use robotics and AI not just for assembly, but also for quality control and logistics, achieving extremely high efficiency. There are mainly two downsides though. The most important, job displacement, which we'll talk about in a second, and the very high initial cost. And despite that, these factories are already spreading across countries like China, Japan and South Korea. We're also seeing them in Europe, especially in Germany, and even in North America. Interestingly, companies like Tesla have also expressed interest in moving in this direction. Now, in terms of industries leading this shift, first we have automotive, which makes up roughly 40% of the dark factory market, especially with EV production and components. Then there's electronics like smartphones, PCBs and semiconductors, industries that require such high precision and cleanliness that they're perfect for this kind of automation. After that we have pharmaceutical and biomedical sectors, and finally logistics, with mobile robots and autonomous vehicles like the ones from Amazon. Quick pause if you want to help me with the algorithm, comment dark factory below, or Black Mirror for absolutely no reason at all, since this definitely doesn't look like a dystopian future. Anyways, let's move on. The elephant in the room is obviously human employment. As we've seen in some of these factories, human presence can drop close to zero, while at the same time creating demand for more specialized roles like data analysts, engineers and system managers. But these come at the cost of drastically reducing low-skill jobs, which could have serious consequences, especially in developing countries. This level of automation completely changes the role of workers in production, from execution to supervision and management, and many repetitive tasks are simply eliminated. Also, don't forget another trend I've covered on the channel, humanoid robots. We've already seen examples like Figure 02 or Figure 03, capable of performing hours of repetitive tasks even in their current prototype stage. Now, I'm not saying that this will lead to the total disappearance of jobs, but it will require a massive shift toward new skills like managing, programming, and supervising automated systems. The problem is fewer people will be needed. A company that once required 300 workers might now only need 5 data analysts and maybe a few automation engineers. This massively increases efficiency, especially for large, wealthy companies, but also risks risks creating a world with less and less space for human workers. It's a very controversial topic, so let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you want to support my channel, leave a like or subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video with another technology that will shape our future for better or worse.